Hi, so I look like a mess because I just got back from Snow City, which was a story and an experience, and I think it should be a warning. I'm not trying to be a hater of Snow City. I like their concept of having like a place to ski and snowboard here in Singapore, but a lot of things need to change. And to be frank, I'm never going back there ever again. So we got the thing on Groupon, and my mom was like, "Yay! You can snowboard. It'll be fun." And I was like, "Yeah, sure." But we had a really hard time setting a date in which I could actually go. Which, like I get it. Like things get busy and people get booked and the facilities can't handle a lot of people because, it's an indoor hill and whatever. So I was like, all right, fine. So I finally got to go tonight and I was pretty excited. So I went there and I got my equipment and everything because I didn't have my own board, so I had to rent a board. And it was very light and it was pretty flimsy. So I was like, I'm gonna die. And I hadn't even seen the conditions. So I went out and then there's like a slope here and then there's the slope. It's not that steep, it's like there. Yeah, it's like that. And like that. So I went out and I went down the little hill a couple of times. And what I really noticed is, at least down there, is it was pretty icy. It wasn't completely solid, but it was not anything like real snow. And I was thinking, okay, this is going to be interesting, but I can do it. So I went up the lift and I got to the top. And there was already a guy up there. So he said, okay, so you're a boarder. And like, wow, like that's pretty cool because everybody in there is a skier. I don't know why. And he says, okay, there's a patch here and there's a patch here. So I'm thinking of ice, right? And I look down. It's glimmering with these big ice patches. There's these big bumps of ice. And the whole sides are ice. So I'm thinking, oh my gosh. Now, as a snowboarder, I'm pretty new. But I definitely do consider myself a snowboarder over a skier. And I'm not that bad. Okay, fine. I can turn, I can stop. I can do like those basic things. I'm pretty certain I can land a small jump because I went over one by accident once and I didn't die. So I consider myself low and okay at snowboarding. And I went down the first time and there was no way to turn because I just tried to turn. So I went on my back edge and there's nothing to dig into. It's just pure ice. There's nothing at all to dig into. So I turned like I was going to stop, like a standard, like easy people stop. And I flipped and I just fell. And then I slid down the rest of the way and I said, okay, I'm going to practice more at the bottom. So I was practicing and I'm thinking, okay, I get a feel for it. It's pretty lightly packed. Oh, up there it's ice, but down here it's pretty lightly packed. It's ice, like chunks, like that. So I'm thinking, okay, I'll go back up. I did not make it back down on my feet until my fourth try, which is okay. Like I fall a lot. That's part of snowboarding. I'm pretty sure people just fall a lot, unless you're like wicked pro. But when you're running, you fall, okay? Except you're falling on solid ice, or okay, fine, it's not solid. If you fall on it with like your shoulder, then it makes like a dent. But if you're falling so. That was the thing. I made it back down on my fifth try, and the thing is when you get to the bottom, you turn to stop, or at least that's how I learned how to do it. And there's a big pile of the crystals at the bottom, but there's nothing underneath them within feeling sight, so you sink and you fall. And obviously like a director or somebody like important who worked there came over and was like, "You're pretty dangerous to other people, and we're basically kicking you out." And I was really irritated at that point, so I said fine, and I left. So it was not worth $60. I was not the only one having problems in there. Some of the other people I were talking to were like, oh, I haven't skied in a couple of years, but I was skiing for 10 years previous to that. And they were falling and sliding. And actually there was a Singaporean woman who I thought broke her ankle because she hit like an ice patch and her one ski came out. I just saw her ankle bend and it was really scary. So I think for basic lessons, for skiing, only skiing, maybe they're okay if you're like really pro or if you just want to know how to like stand on a pair of skis. But for snowboarding, I'm sorry, but I have to blacklist Snow City. I'm never going there again, ever. So yeah, that was the biggest, scariest part of my day. Other than that, I bought new shoes. Alright. I'm not actually as angry as I was leaving there, but I'm not happy. So if Snow City sees this video or Groupon sees this video, I'd like my money back. But if they don't, that's okay. Just saying, don't go there. Bye.